A lot of people ask, what is planned ignition? Planned ignition is when we are going to put fire on the landscape. So we use planned ignition so that our firefighters can have one foot in the black. That's our safety motto we use on this incident management team. And that makes firefighters feel safe because they know that a fire can't reburn. So we use planned ignitions to make our crews safe. We don't just walk out and start putting fire on the ground. There's a plan that's put in place by an ignition specialist. They go out, look at the area well beforehand, evaluate the fuels, the weather. They put fire sciences behind it. They put in a lot of contingency plans, work off of guards or natural features such as lakes or rivers, so that it's a safe line for the firefighters to be at when we're doing these ignitions. And they are done either by hand ignitions, by crews on the ground, as supervised by an ignition specialist, or they're done by the ignition specialist from the air using aerial operations. They've been well trained. They are often people who have a lot of experience in wildfire. With planned ignitions, one of the things we have is short-term smoke for long-term gains. And that really helps us get through these types of fires that we're working on. The fire behavior that's out there is extreme. It's an unbelievable event every time I get to see it, and how the fires are doing what they're doing on the landscape. The science behind it is definitely being challenged. We're going to see people studying these events to come up with a greater understanding of why these events are occurring the way they are and how we can mitigate them in the future. Planned ignitions really help us take away that fuel from the fire so it doesn't have the chance to make a challenging run at our control lines and put our staff in jeopardy. And it's one of the best tools that we can use out on the fire line.